How has social media impacted society as we've known it? The increase in craze over social media has escalated, particularly with the introduction of Facebook in the early 2000s. But how can we logically look at this new media and what should we think of it? If used correctly, social media can act as a communication tool for us all. How have we known society in the past? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, society is an enduring and cooperating social group whose members have developed organized patterns of relationship through interaction with one another. Many communications happen via the internet now. Birthday reminders, wedding announcements, the time and place for different social functions, even funerals are posted online, right beside announcements of births. RSVPs are placed online, and so are well wishes and congratulations. In the past, this type of interaction has happened face to face or through snail mail, which brings us to question, is this type of communication good for our society? Back in the good old days, with corded phones and no internet, how did people communicate? The answer is that they didn't. If they needed to talk to somebody, they either wrote to them or waited until they saw them. There was no instant gratification or knowledge of where one's friends were or what their family were doing. Society was centered around face-to-face personal relationships. What is social media? Once again, according to Merriam-Webster, social media is forms of electronic communication through which users create online communications to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content. Examples of social media in today's world include Facebook, Flickr, Foursquare, Goodreads, Google+, LinkedIn, MyHeritage, MySpace, Pinterest, StumbleUpon, Twitter, YouTube, the list goes on. This particular list was found on Alexa.com on a list of the top 500 sites on the web. The top website being Google, and the 500th being Yandex, which is a Russian search engine. Has social media impacted society as we know it then? And how has our society evolved? Societies change. They have to evolve. We just need to make sure that we are moving in the right direction and that this direction can only be determined by our own personal actions. According to SagePub.com, internet-based technologies enable discussion between people on far sides of the globe. This type of communication has never before been so largely accessible, and people are beginning to take advantage of that. But we must be careful that what we place online is going to maintain the social relationships that have defined our society for ages. By filtering what we place online, the types of words we use, and what we say, good communication will continue to be an important part of our society. The negative part of social media is the feeling of security that some feel while they are online. This causes less concern for the person if they were to say something negative or out of line about another. What we must remember is the importance of our relationships to ourselves. Although it may be interesting to know where each of our friends is at or doing at a specific time, is it really necessary? Although we may want to follow all of the same interests or blogs that our friends are, do we really have that time? These are the types of questions each of us must ask ourselves concerning social media. It is up to us as an individual person about how much time and energy we wish to devote to the internet. Correctly using social media to connect with old classmates, neighbors, families, and friends is a wonderful blessing from our technological age. But using these tools, we can stay up to date on whatever it is we choose. This is a personal choice that we must make. By making the right choices for ourselves and always remaining respectful of others, social media will continue to be a positive attribute to our society.